This place is popping.
That's
Let's go.
us. Yeah, Thursday. The weekend starts right now. Not just any weekend, Super Bowl weekend, because Thursday's the new Friday. A ton of guests stopping by. We're here on Fox Sports Radio, broadcasting live from the beautiful FSR stage at Media Row in San Francisco. I'm Covino, that's Rich. If you miss any of the show, catch the podcast, search Covino and Rich, but better than that, YouTube, Covino and Rich FSR, so you can watch our guests, watch the people that stop by, watch what you hear. Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. And, of course, our show is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL and NBA. And it's always promo code CR Show. But let's be rocking Covino and Rich. Remember, CR Show at DraftKings, the crown is yours. And right off the bat, we have a very, very special guest, one of our favorites. It wouldn't be a Super Bowl week without this guy. Let's welcome, with glory and renown, entrepreneur, just all-around great guy, Gary Vaynerchuk, everybody.
What's
Boys,
up, man?
the fact that you guys get handsomer and handsomer every year is stunning. I do not understand this.
I don't know how we do it.
I don't know what you guys are using. Ozempic. I don't know what's going on over here.
Yes.
But
No,
you
Rich
guys
has like a Groupon for Botox.
No, bro, his salt and pepper. You guys are getting good.
Thank you. Gary,
the
great to
ladies
see
in
you.
your life must be pumped. You guys are getting better and better.
I'm going to send this to her.
Yes, exactly. This will
Yo,
be great.
Gary, I'm in a great mood today, but I know we dabble in some of the same stuff. What's going on with Bitcoin? Can we talk about this right now? Should we be panicked or no?
I'm buying.
Just buying?
I'm pumped.
Okay.
I didn't think I was going to get another at-bat like this.
Can I tell you that last time when it dipped, like, I said, let me pick up another, and I didn't.
Yep.
We thinking about, like, a little.
I'm buying.
Yeah.
So
But
now,
by the way, everyone who's listening, not financial advice. I've worked 40 years to be able to afford to take the risk.
right.
I don't see it as that much of a risk anymore. I think everyone views it as money.
Yeah.
I think the world will only get more tech-oriented, not less. I think that this cynicism against, governments and dollars will continue to grow. I'm shocked we get another bite at the apple at this level. I never thought I would buy it under 70. So I'm grateful for that. So I'm buying a little something. But by the way, could it go to 40? It could.
It could, yeah.
It could. But I'll cost average out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Like, if you're trying to catch any market, any stock, any asset, any trading card, real estate, if you try to catch it perfect, you'll always lose.
No, and you'll just drive yourself insane.
I think I'm going to buy some right now. Well, how about NFTs? Is that over with? Is that done?
100 million. Ready for this?
Yeah.
It's going to blow you away. Everybody thinks they were a fad and a scam. $100 million worth of NFTs have been bought in the last 60 days.
Okay, so
Here's what happened, and
it's on a
if
comeback.
you remember, it's not on a comeback per se. It's been in the same place for a while, which is this. Saying NFTs would be like saying sports cards.
Okay.
But not every sports card's worth money.
Okay, got it. Right.
So there's certain NFTs that are a good collectible.
Some of them are Steve Balboni's.
You remember?
Of course.
Some are Yankee fan. That's a Yankee fan right there.
Some are Greg Jeffries, future star.
You know how many fucking I'm sorry. You know how many Greg Jeffries rookies I had?
Of course.
Donruss. I mean, like Fleer.
The score ones were big at that
Big,
point.
big.
Yeah.
Like, I got murdered on that. Todd Van Poppel. Harold Miner, the baby Jordan.
Of course.
Like, the reality is that in the macro, digital collectibles is real. In the micro, 99% of the NFTs that everybody was pumping, we're going to lose. And so, yeah, I'm bullish on collectibles, digital and physical.
I got to ask you about this, too, because I see you trading your cards. You got your own cards. I see you on King of Collectibles, all that stuff. Grading cards.
Yes.
Is that a must in today's world? Because I'm hearing it's a racket. I'm hearing all kinds of crazy things.
It's not a racket.
I'm hearing that they're buying at a 7, selling it at a 9. One of my buddies got a different card back when it was graded.
There's human error.
Okay, so tell me about it.
Doctors perform average surgeries and someone dies.
Right.
Yep.
You think the doctor wanted to do that?
So it's like if you have a card.
You know who Nat Turner is?
No.
He's the CEO owner of the company that is like PSA, the big one that just bought back in. This is a stand-up human being. Like anything else. My father's wine company shipped the wrong wine today.
Okay.
But when it's got value in it, like a 7 versus a 9, people are quick to get to the conspiracy. Are there human beings that are flawed? There might be a football player that's going to try to throw the game on Sunday. There's gambling going. There's Polymarket, Calcio. There's so much money for the companies to lose if they were actually running a racket. You think they want to make a couple of bucks on the side? I always laugh at this. People do this to me sometimes. Like, Gary's looking for a quick buck. I'm like, why would I ruin everything for $1 million?
So you recommend it. If
Now,
you have a prize, you're sending it, you're getting it graded,
I
you're
get
doing
every
your thing.
serious card.
Every
graded.
series. Okay.
Now, which grading company this now? I love CGC. I love PSA. You know, PSA just bought Beckett. Beckett's the iconic name.
Of course. Who didn't have the Beckett book with it?
Of course.
I'd love to see that get going again. But when you have humans grading, there's
Anything
human
can
error.
happen.
And we all factor that in. But like straight racket, no. Like, do people buy 8s, look at it, right? Look at it for like an hour and go, man, I think that's a 9. Crack it, send it in. Sometimes it gets a 7. Sometimes it gets an 8. Sometimes it gets. Does that happen? Of course that happens. Until AI is doing the grading, it will be human subjective.
And congrats on your cards, by the way.
Thank you, bro.
So
Crush.
cool. So cool.
Yo, here with Gary V, Covino and Rich. I gotta tell you, when I heard you were coming on the show, pumped as always because we like to see you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Saw a video that touched me. I was like, yo, that's Gary V. That's why I love this guy. Some girl comes up to you and she's like, Gary, you'll see when I'm a somebody, and you're like, whoa. You are somebody.
One of
And
my most-
honestly,
you're
I've shown
somebody
my
now.
wife,
Yeah.
and I got emotional.
It's one of my most viral videos of all time.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just done giving a talk. I was in the back. She snuck around.
Yeah.
Very emotional. You know, of course, all like the bodyguards. Like, I'm like, no. There's like a
Yeah.
little like Asian girl. She's not gonna get us. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, hey, and she was like, hey, you know, and she's like, one day I'll be someone. And I'm like, you're somebody now. And that was it. We're always filming.
Yep.
You don't think about it too much. It's kind of how I think about the world. That clip has really mattered, and I'm glad it has. Like, I do believe the world doesn't love itself enough. I think that you men, I know you, but without really knowing you, I want to know what percentage of the time when you're talking to yourself, are you talking in a way that is proud of the things you do well versus dwelling on the things you're not doing well?
Yeah, I try not to dwell on the bed. I try not to. Let me ask you, you're a dad.
Yes.
I got little kids.
Yes.
Where's the line of eventually social media will be introduced to them? How do you control that
Every parent's different.
positively?
Yeah,
I know
Every
we've
parent's-
talked about
Let's
this.
talk about alcohol for a minute.
Yeah.
Like, you know, as our age group,
Yeah.
we had the parents that were like, no way, Jose.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they will slap your face.
Yeah.
And we had the parents that like, hey, if you're going to drink alcohol, I want it in our house so I can control it.
Yeah.
And we thought those were the cool parents,
Yeah.
right? I think social is the same thing. I think it's a very personal thing. Look, I believe that life when raising children is about building their self-esteem so they can deal with anything, including social.
No doubt. Gary, let me ask you, speaking of kids, his daughter's 16.
Yes.
My kids are still 8 and 6. But
I have a 16-year-old daughter too. We're in it, bro.
Oh, we're in it.
He just threw a sweet 16. I was so proud of him. He planned it and
And
everything.
not only are we in it, like our friends are asking questions like, are you having those talks with your daughter and your kids? And like,
And,
yeah,
you know,
I guess I am.
And
Yeah.
like 16-year-olds in New York City are like 30-year-old women.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
it's nuts, dude. It really
Gary,
is.
Saving for college, what do you recommend? Is that even going to be a thing in the future? Or like I feel like I have a buddy who just showed me the price out for 1 year at Fordham in New York, right? And he's
Yeah.
like, they want like 100 G's for
Crazy.
like what is a parent to do now? Because you can put aside money every month and they're still like, yeah, you don't have enough.
I mean, you know, you're talking to somebody who's spent 15 years on the internet bashing college.
Yeah.
So now here's why I bashed it. I bashed it for kids that were creative or entrepreneurial that were going to go into debt.
Mhm.
So if you're a family that struggles to pay for college, I think it's very important to understand that the degree from college used to be a prerequisite to get a job.
Mhm.
It is no longer that. It used to be a world where I was a unicorn. Most people weren't entrepreneurs. They worked somewhere.
Right.
That is not the case anymore. I'm going to say this nice and slow, so all the parents in the back that can't hear me. If you are lucky enough to have an entrepreneurial or creative child, it's wonderful if you want to send them to college, and if you believe in that, it's amazing. And if the kid is getting a free ride on your back as a parent, let them enjoy the vacation. But if you're forcing your kid to go to college and you're forcing her or him to get debt and they are creative and entrepreneurial, you're not a good person, let alone a good parent.
Oh,
Damn, okay.
So true,
There you
man.
go.
We're here with Gary Vaynerchuk. Speaking of kids,
Yep.
Something we've been discussing about a lot because Rich is coaching his kids all the time, and there's a lot of criticism. Kids
Number
don't
one
play.
coach in the Valley, by the way.
Number one coach in the Valley.
I love
Say,
coaching
Yo,
these little
kids
kids.
don't
I love them.
play.
They're like 8 and 6 and stuff, but I love doing it, man.
Do some of the kids cry when they lose?
Yes, and I saw your thing about
love
like
this.
if a kid that cries. I follow you.
I see it.
I noticed. Kim and Coach Ballgame are my two games.
Yeah, they're both great.
When Gary Vee said, if your kid cries, that means they care. They're passionate. Do you
You're
want
lucky.
the kid that gets like into it, or do you want the kid that doesn't care?
Yeah, and by the way, telling a kid, I was one of them, that it doesn't matter, bro, my backyard basketball games when I was 9 were Game 7 of the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
It meant everything to me.
Well, that's how we grew up, right?
Yeah.
Basketball, backyard, wiffle ball,
Nerf football,
going outside playing. That's been replaced with travel sports.
Yes.
Right? So I want to know your thoughts on that, because
My thoughts
one of
are
the biggest
most people
complaints is
think-
how expensive it is.
And it's like, it's a
There's a bigger
commitment.
issue.
Yeah.
There's a bigger issue. You're going to see this right now.
Yeah.
Parents are running around here thinking their kid's LeBron James.
Yeah.
Can I just say this on the radio? I want everyone to hear this.
Please, go ahead.
I need every parent to hear me right now. Like, pull over on the side of the road. I need you to hear me. Here we go. Ready? Your kid is not going to the league.
It's true. Such a small percentage. And
I mean, I'm watching this stuff and we're like, your kid's not going to the league, bro.
As the meme goes, there's a $3,000 worth of bats and 2 hits.
Bro,
You know?
there's literally, I was a couple years ago. There's this dad. He's 5'4", and he's acting like I'm like, bro, your kid's not going to. Have you looked at yourself?
I can tell. Yeah.
I mean, come on.
And it's wild how they've been able to capitalize and make money on what we used to do just for fun. So it's not like the kids aren't out there playing. They're just playing
Well, the kids are not
organized
playing.
sports.
Yes,
and
they're also
people
not-
are making money.
Yes, and that's, by the way, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Here's why. Nobody told you to pay it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at. By the way, people are allowed to try to make money.
Right.
I'm not going to blame them if people paid money.
Right.
I'm blaming the people that paid the money. People out here crying that they don't have money buying $7 coffees. I'm not mad at Starbucks.
Right.
I'm mad at the person that doesn't have discipline to save money and drink Folgers instead of spending $7 to keep up with the Joneses under Starbucks.
Interesting you would say that, because we've had that conversation of like, did the boomers really have it that much easier, or did they just prioritize differently?
Bro, we grew up, real talk,
Yeah.
real talk.
Yeah.
Bro, I grew up in lower income neighborhoods. I didn't know anyone who had a new car. Everyone had a used car.
You're right.
I had a kid, best friend, his dad wore the same outfit every day. Every kid, do you remember when we were kids?
Of
We had
course.
one pair of sneakers for minimum. If you were unbelievable, you had it for just one school year.
You're familiar with Short Hills,
That's a different
right?
place.
Yeah.
That's
Right. You think
bougie.
our parents would take us to the Short Hills Mall to
Bro,
buy clothes? Hell no.
When I started working at my dad's liquor store in Springfield,
At the
which-
Caldor.
bro, I thought Kmart and Bradley's was Saks Fifth Avenue. Bro, I thought Kmart
They
was
shopped within their means is
Yeah.
the point that I'm making,
Bro,
and we're
my
making.
10th birthday, we went to Red Lobster. I thought I went to the Ritz-Carlton.
Right.
Real talk.
Now, Gary Vaynerchuk, always a pleasure to have him here. Vayner Sports, he's doing everything. When you're so busy and you're making your rounds, I'm
Yes.
wondering, do you take the time to watch your stuff back? Like I mentioned, King of Collectibles, Ken Golden, you're on these shows. I've seen you on other shows that I'm on the History Channel, talking about different things.
I've not
Do you
seen
get a
it.
chance
No.
to ever see
No.
this stuff, or is it
No.
one and done and I'm
One and
moving
done.
forward?
Forward.
That's
think
it.
He goes insane. He like wants to watch back everything
Sometimes
he does.
I do.
Bro, honestly,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm right or you're right or wrong. Some people, in fact, I actually should do a little more of that. My brother's all over me. He's like, yo, bro, how about a little bit of smelling the roses?
Right.
You know,
right.
like I don't do it because real talk, it's really funny. The only reason I don't watch anything back is I did it.
Right.
I
And
just
that's it.
remember what it like. I just did it.
As Pee Wee said in Pee Wee's Big Adventure, I lived it.
I lived it.
I lived it.
You did it.
I don't know if you guys saw this. I'm in the opening scene of the new Tron movie. Straight up acting.
No way.
Hell yeah.
And you haven't seen it?
Speaking
The
line.
actor?
The movie comes out. Bunch of people on my team go and watch it. I still haven't seen it.
No.
That's crazy.
See, I'm wondering if there's like a peace of mind involved in that. Like maybe that is the right way. I don't know.
It's the right way for me. I'm not, by the way, I'm also not putting it on a pedestal. Like, look how cool I am. I'm done. It's just not what I want to do. But by the way, we might get a huge snowstorm one day for a week. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to watch everything.
There
I
you
don't
go.
know. Like, I don't make rules. I just live my life based on what I want to do, as long as it's not bothering or hurting anyone else. That's as simple as it gets for me.
Gary V, you're a Jets guy. We know this.
Yes.
Is the dream still alive to buy the team one day? And
100%.
Nice.
and also, when you see, and I listen, I'm a Mets fan, so I
Yeah.
I get the pain.
By the way,
It's just,
Vayner Sports, Bo Bichette.
yo,
Very cool.
Let's hook it up. We'll meet my dude Bo Bichette.
Yeah.
I'm so excited
You
about
should
Bo
be.
Bichette. When they missed out on Tucker and they got Bo Bichette, I was more excited.
Very excited. You should not be upset. You should be very happy, but you should be upset because Vayner Sports negotiated a very smart contract. We have a 1 year out.
Ooh. Bo Bichette. Can't wait. Now,
That's so great, man. Congrats.
Thank you,
Just to be part of all
that's
that.
amazing.
Yeah,
So
it's insane.
when you see other football teams
Yes.
that have struggled, like the Giants won a couple Super Bowls, but I'm saying recently, Raiders have this possibility of Mendoza, Jackson Dart's bringing excitement. What are your Jets doing? Is there a plan? I feel bad for Jets fans.
I was excited about Darnold.
Yeah.
I was excited about Zach Wilson, not for as long as I was about Darnold. But, look, we're in a very tough pickle. Like, everyone's like, the Patriots are so brilliant. They're so brilliant that they got lucky that they were in a draft that had a lot of quarterbacks when they had a low pick.
Yeah.
We had the second pick this year. We desperately need a quarterback. There have not been many drafts in recent history where the second pick didn't get you a big-time quarterback. We're in one of them.
Yeah.
Just like sometimes things don't work out, man.
Well, how do you view Darnold's path? That's my last question for
Sam
you.
Darnold deserves everything. I'm so damn excited for him. He's the best.
You become pals with him when he was at Jets?
Yeah. We also recruited him for Vayner Sports. I really know him. Took him out first night in New York.
I hear he's a real good dude, like a guy. Like everyone loves him.
Really?
We know our vibe.
Yeah.
He's our fourth.
Oh, that's
he's
so cool. Good to know.
What do I think? I think it's great. Could you imagine, Sam? I want everyone to know this. Sam Darnold was an incredible best friend, continues to be, to Josh Allen. They're very close.
Yeah.
They trained together for the draft. Can you imagine being Sam? You're the third pick. Josh is the seventh pick. He becomes the darling of the league.
Yeah.
And you're on your fifth team. Look at this. I'm getting goosebumps. For him to be the first in that draft class to go to a Super Bowl, him and Baker have gone through so much adversity. And so Lamar Jackson was the last pick of the first round that year.
Yeah.
Lamar and Josh Allen got all the accolades. They're the guys. And for Sam to be Sam's a better man than me, man. He was, best man at Allen's wedding or one of them, was able to have the humility to do that. But now to be the guy that actually gets the win, oh, man, I'm so goddamn pumped for him.
So cool.
Well, Gary, I know you got to run.
Yeah.
Where can people check out? They know where to check out your stuff.
ChatGPT, man.
You can find him
I
everywhere.
was gonna say, you don't have to tell anyone anymore.
ChatGPT, me.
Gary
Love you guys.
V.
Keep it up.
On Covino Rich. Thank you for your time.
Gary
as always,
Vaynerchuk.
My favorite people, man.
Always
Thank
a
you, Gary.
pleasure.
Thanks, Gary.
Always an inspiration. Always great to see you, buddy. Love you, man. For real. For real. As he says, real talk, Gary, we appreciate it. All right. So, Gary Vaynerchuk saw him recently on Ken Golden's King of Collectibles, because when it comes to card collecting, he's really been a major force of bringing that back, and so cool to see his success. Props. And I think he just proved it there. It's not like the Jets blew it with Darnold. I don't think he would have made it to this point if it wasn't for that path.
And he's a good dude.
Yep.
All right, well, listen, coming up, we have more interviews, more NFL, more NBA. The trade deadline. Trade deadline's what? It passed. So we'll talk about what went down. Any big moves, we'll keep you in the loop. And, of course, Dan
apparently
Meyer.
Dalton Schultz is stopping by.
Yeah,
so.
Dalton Schultz will be here in a few. So hang tight. More Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Now, have you ever wiped with a piece of dry toilet paper and wondered, is it as good as it gets? No, it's not. Life-changing dude wipes. We got them right here on the set. Dude wipes.
Flushable dude wipes, because wetter just cleans better. Available at Amazon and major retailers nationwide. Dude wipes, best clean pants down. And are you facing hiring headaches? Staffing your business is complex. High turnover, skills gaps, ever-changing regulations can slow growth and drain resources. That's where Express Employment Professionals comes in. With decades of staffing expertise, Express connects you to a larger pool of qualified candidates, helping you reduce turnover and build the right size workforce.
Guys, get started at expresspros.com. And if you need to flex staff for peak seasons and special projects, Express Employment Pros offers contract staffing, so you can scale up or down with ease, prevent burnout, and if you're worried about compliance, they stay on top of all the ever-changing laws. So Express is recognized for clearly rated Best of Staffing, Client and Talent Awards, plus the Diamond Award for client satisfaction.
Don't let hiring challenges hold your business back. Visit expresspros.com, find a local office, and discover how Express Employment Pros can help you hire smarter and faster. And if hiring is taking you away from growing your business, get the support you need from Express. Don't spend time weeding through spam online applicants. Hire faster with Express.
Express Employment Professionals, building your workforce, supporting your success.
we got NFL breaking news.
Oh,
What up,
DB, let's go.
Breaking news from Fox Sports.
A report from ESPN says that former Patriots head coach Bill Belichick will not be a first ballot Hall of Famer, as he did not receive enough votes to be enshrined into the Pro Football Hall of Fame this upcoming summer.
But
That's crazy.
The report from ESPN's Don Van Natta Jr. and Seth Wickersham say that Belichick fell short of the 40 votes out of the 50 needed to get in.
Who's hating?
Quoting at least 4 different sources is saying that Belichick was notified of this news on Friday. Belichick quoted as saying 6 Super Bowls isn't enough, and what does a guy have to do? But Bill Belichick will not be a Hall of Famer this summer, according to this report from
That's
ESPN.
a joke, dude. That's only a joke second to Rich not being acknowledged by his Syracuse alma mater. That's a joke.
I can't believe that.
That really is. I know he's had a rough year plus and a shaky storyline in recent history, but what he did in the NFL is unmatched, and I don't know how that's possible. So he must have rubbed somebody the wrong way. He needs to.
Are you sure one of the voters isn't Jordan Hudson's dad?
Seriously, that makes 0 sense.
I don't honestly like. I'm. This is tough too. I'm at a loss.
He's right.
of words.
What more does he have to do?
What
That's
more
a
does he have
joke.
to do?
It's kind of a no news sort of thing, but I think it was so surprising in hearing that because we all just felt it was a foregone conclusion. Mike Holmgren got to the final round of balloting last year and ultimately did not get in. I think that he should be in. I think Mike Shanahan should be in. I think a bunch of these guys should be in. And now it's like their case isn't as good if Belichick's not getting in at this point.
By the way, that's
really
another
stupid.
Mike
DB.
Shanahan, Holmgren, these guys are generational coaches, and Belichick is on the top of that list. That is wildly bizarre to me. It's like Covino. Who was the Yankee that was missing like one vote, had 99%? Like, was it Jeter or Mariano Rivera was unanimous, right?
Mo was, I think, the only guy unanimous.
Yeah.
And Jeter was one vote. Yeah.
Like one
vote.
guy. And it's like, who is the person that said, 5 World Series, the captain, clutch, Mr. November? I'm a Mets fan. I don't
Just
like
a
the
hater,
Yankees.
bro.
But in my mind, I'm like, to not vote Jeter in, to not vote Belichick in, those jabronis deserve to get their vote taken away.
You could think whatever you want about Belichick as a person. You could hate
Grumpy,
the Patriots. Yeah, it doesn't matter because I think everyone should be able to acknowledge what he did for the Patriots and in the NFL.
Damn.
So that's just ridiculous.
Thanks for the breaking news, DB.
Yeah,
that's wild.
That's wild.
And
Really
there's one other layer to this. He was in a coaches category. Bob Kraft, Patriots owner, is a finalist in the contributors category. So you wonder, did Kraft get in? And they're like, we don't want to mess with Belichick, or we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it plays out. But both were up for possible enshrinement this summer. But Belichick apparently not good enough to make the cut. We'll see if the Patriots.
Wouldn't you think
owner
there's a
is.
mistake there? Like, oh, there has to be an error.
Like, was there a hanging Chad involved?
Right.
Was there
It's a misprint.
Is it the case of the hanging Chad 25 years later? 26
so
years later? My
stupid.
goodness. Well, think about it. If you're voting, forget the 6 Super Bowl wins, 9 Super Bowl appearances, right? The 2 Giants losses and the Eagles loss. And
You mean as an assistant?
as an assistant and a win as an assistant and a loss.
2. Yeah, he had 2 in 21 and 25.
Yeah. So, Mike,
Super
all
Bowls.
that and nothing, huh? No beans.
Dedicated his life to the NFL and was great at it. That's a joke. I feel like someone's out for him, if not a misprint, or he really did something behind the scenes we don't know about, because that makes no sense at all. Yeah, there's a lot of people that just didn't take kindly to the fact that he's affiliated with some cheating.
You can see him on the herd. Weekdays at noon.
Covino and Rich.
Oh, yeah.
Live from the Super Bowl week in San Francisco. And what a set we got. You got to see it, Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. See what we're talking about. Because we got the ViewSonic monitors emanating from our set.
What did you say? Yeah, you said emanate instead of emanate. And
No,
you
it's emanating.
said
Joe.
something yesterday, man. Hey, listen, these screens look sweet thanks to ViewSonic.
Emanating, giving our set the best look in the entire building. ViewSonic, trusted for decades with innovation in every screen.
Yeah, no doubt.
And facing a peak season, looking for a new team member, Workforce Solutions from Express Employment Pros makes hiring easier. Visit expresspros.com,
Yep.
find an office, and see how Express can help you hire smarter and faster. Thank you, Express Pros. Thank you, ViewSonic. Thank you,
Larry.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Fox Sports Radio Nation, and everybody here and everybody back at the studio in Los Angeles. We're Covino and Rich, and Dalton Schultz is stopping by in a little bit. But thanks again to Gary V. That was awesome.
Gotta love Gary Vee. And by
Yeah.
the way, as I look at my crypto account, I hope he's right about this is the dip to buy. I'm not like some big crypto guy, but I did luck out and buy some crypto early on. And
Yeah.
I do look at it as like, it could be towards like my kids' college and stuff. So if you are a crypto guy, very low right now in the 60s. Crypto, Bitcoin's in the 60s right now. All right, let's get back to NFL. Danny G, you hit us up with this article this morning. I want to tee this up, set it up, then we'll go to DB for an update and see what's doing.
Yeah.
But Cam Newton, who we saw walk by yesterday, you can't miss him. Big dude, big hat,
Not only did we see
big
him,
personality.
he pointed at us, acknowledged us, and waved.
He
It was
gave us-
nice to see him.
He gave us a little, hey, Covino, hey,
He was,
Rich.
how do you do?
He has to acknowledge Rich. It's the only other guy in this whole convention center with a head the same size.
You know,
That's true.
Probably.
Cam Newton did not hold back on his thoughts when speaking about the Patriots Super Bowl run. He said it's giving Trent Dilfer Rex Grossman vibes. They're not here because of Drake May. So think about that. Is he sour grapes? Do you believe in what Cam Newton's saying a little bit? Think about that. But let's go to our pal and yours, Dan Byer. DB, what's going on, man?
Hey, Dan.
We're not sure if Drake May's job got easier on Sunday, but Nick Evenwari turned his ankle in practice yesterday, and the Seahawks rookie safety is expected to take it easy over these next couple of days. That was the message from head coach Mike McDonald, who did say he believes Evenwari will play in Super Bowl 60 on Sunday, but now you have a bit of an injury to deal with. News on the 49ers, Rich's favorite team. They will be the opponents of the Los Angeles Rams for the game that will take place in Melbourne, Australia next year.
Oh, DB, if you don't think the fact that we have all the Fox Sports and iHeart management surrounding us, if you don't think I'm going to try to drop a little nugget like I think Covino Rich, DB, and Danny G, we're going to go to Australia. We got to make this happen.
That would be crazy. It was funny. I got a chance to speak with Kyle Juszczyk earlier today, and he told me that he had heard that their game may be on a Thursday. So the traditional opening night game was always the Thursday night for the Super Bowl champion, but because of the 19-hour time difference, that to allow them to come back and have more of a reasonable time to recover for week 2, that if they open up in week 1, that it could be on a Thursday. That's not guaranteed, but just something that maybe he speculated on.
I'm going to start looking at flights.
Boy, how did Rich miss that interview?
I don't know.
Shut up,
I'm
guys.
not sure.
Sounds like a whole other story for later, maybe.
Yeah.
The Milwaukee Bucks did not trade Giannis Antetokounmpo prior to today's NBA trade deadline. In fact, Giannis took to X and said, "Legends don't chase, they attract," also using the 100 emoji. Memphis Grizzlies held on to John Morant. Clippers trading Ivica Zubac to the Indiana Pacers for multiple first-round picks. Ben Mathurin also going to L.A. Brooklyn Nets waiving combo guard Cam Thomas, while the Knicks acquired Jose Alvarado from the Pelicans. Bulls sent guard Ayo Dosunmu to the Minnesota Timberwolves. What's so funny? What did I miss?
No, nothing. Covino just waved at a pretty girl, and she caught him and waved back.
Oh.
Honestly, Dan, I thought it was somebody else. So the story gets better. You remember, I don't have my glasses on. I pulled a Mr. Magoo is what happened.
Tigers pitcher Tarek Skubal won his arbitration case against the Tigers. The back-to-back Cy Young Award winner in the AL will earn $32 million this upcoming season. And, guys, the Olympics are underway. Curling yesterday had the lights go out in 4 minutes. Now Finland had to have their game against Canada in women's hockey postponed to next week. That's because 13 players on the Finnish women's hockey team came down with the flu. They had 2 goalies and 8 skaters available, not enough to face Canada, so they had to postpone that game for another week. USA top Czechia today, 5-1. Back to you.
Yeah,
Thank
DB.
you,
Covino,
Dan Byer.
Covino really did wave at some cute girl that was passing because he must have thought it was somebody new. And she did stop and go, "Who, me?"
Yeah.
And then he just froze.
Licked away.
COVID eye.
Yeah.
COVID eye.
Because I realized it wasn't who I thought it was. And
That's
it's like,
funny. Oh boy.
Whatever. We're here on the
whatever.
stage. Yeah, we're far up on the stage, man.
know.
I thought it was somebody else. So anyway, Covino and Rich, Fox Sports Radio. Let me tell you what's coming up here.
Yeah.
Dalton Schultz, tight end of the Texans, should be stopping by. That's the plan. You never know. Coach Ron Rivera is supposed to stop by with Tiffany Blackman. Cooper DeJean and Reed Blankenship supposed to stop by. And Rich, you already talked about.
You gonna talk to Cooper about how he looks like he's dating Nikki Bella?
I mean, we're hearing rumors about that. Maybe I could ask him about his Valentine's plans. It's almost Valentine's, Papa. We're 9 days away.
We'll ask him about Nikki Bella, and then you can throw me under the bus and tell him how I hate on all Philadelphia things.
Yes.
Good,
we can
awesome.
do that.
So we got all that coming up, Covino and Rich. Now, Danny G, back to this article you sent me. Cam Newton's making the rounds.
Sounds like Cam Newton is hating. That's really what it sounds like to me.
But a big part of Cam Newton's personality, I always
feel
look
like
at
he
it.
doesn't like quarterbacks that play like Drake May. That's just how I feel.
But I
'cause he played
also-
such a different game.
I
right?
also feel like he emphasizes athleticism. Not that Drake May's not, but he emphasizes a different type of quarterback
Right.
play. You're right. And I think that he says it with enough joking in his voice.
Remember how we talked about your boy Brock Purdy?
Yeah.
It's just a different style of play. He doesn't respect it the same way.
Well, according to Cam Newton, this Super Bowl run for the Patriots, it's given Trent Dilfer, Rex Grossman vibes. The Pats are not here because of
Oh.
Drake May, says Cam Newton.
Drake May was an MVP candidate all season
All
long.
season long, yeah. I mean, props to their defense and everything, but I mean, people were chanting MVP the majority of the season for this dude. So he's had a solid, stellar season. To me, it just sounds like it's a style that he doesn't appreciate.
He ran into some really good defenses in the playoffs, and his numbers were not eye-popping. Although he had a couple of great carries where he needed to reach out and get that first down and was very important in the W's through the postseason. But he didn't take the world by storm with his stats.
And, I don't
So
think he's very
I think
flashy.
it's easy for some people to hate on him right
His
now.
stats don't pop. People are looking for things to criticize. It's just the world we live in.
But you know what? I also think that when all said and done, what do we judge things on? Winning and Super Bowls, right?
Right.
And no offense to Cam Newton, as of right now, the worst case scenario for Drake May, he has the same Super Bowl record and appearances as Cam Newton. And that's worst case scenario. If he goes to the Super Bowl and loses and he's 0-1 in the Super Bowl, what was Cam Newton? 0-1 in the Super Bowl. So I think it's hard to criticize a guy who, at his worst scenario this Sunday, will.
But you know what? It's his job too, right? And there are two different styles of QBs. One would be considered, I don't want to say again the game manager type. I believe Drake May is better than that. But he plays the type of game where he's the difference maker. And sometimes the difference maker doesn't work for systems like the Patriots, right? He's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing for his team, for that team, and he's taken them this far. So I'm not hating on Cam for what he said. He just appreciates a different style. But it seems to me that he is hating on Drake May.
Yep.
Can we ask
we have a good pal here.
Can we ask an actual Patriots fan?
Yeah.
Our good pal Mark Zito.
Mark Zito,
From
host of
SiriusXM.
This Is Happening.
Wearing a very
Appreciate it.
subtle outfit today.
He's wearing his Patriots gear, and obviously he's a huge fan. When you hear Cam Newton comparing him to Trent Dilfer, like what's the first thought that comes to your
I don't
mind?
even know if you heard this quote.
He says Drake May is like Trent
Can
Dilfer.
I read the quote?
Yeah,
This is Zito.
They're saying in a nutshell, they're not in the Super Bowl because of Drake May.
I got the quote right here. And by the way, Mark is our old school friend from SiriusXM, big time Patriots fan, biggest Patriots fan I know. You've been to all the Tom Brady Super Bowl wins. No one knows more than you about the Pats. According to Cam Newton, this is given Trent Dilfer, Rex Grossman vibes. The Patriots are not here because of Drake May.
Mark's rolling his eyes.
It's just unbelievable. Specifically also because when I hear quotes like that, you know what, and I know you want to talk about Drake May, I just really feel bad for Trent Dilfer that every time somebody wants to talk about a Super Bowl team, they're like, that quarterback sucks. They're like, Trent Dilfer, and then sometimes Brad Johnson gets it.
Brad
But,
Johnson
like,
gets sometimes. Yeah,
yeah,
but you're right. Trent
Trent
Dilfer.
Dilfer, it's like the man was at the peak of his profession. He did the #1 thing in American sports, and everyone's like, that guy sucks.
Yeah.
It's always
Not good enough.
You ain't kidding. It's always who's the weakest example? Oh, that's got to be Trent Dilfer. Let's
Exactly.
compare him. So,
Yeah, but the idea that Drake May, and I understand that I don't know where to go. I understand that Drake May is, not necessarily playing lights out in the playoffs, and he's still young. But the idea that he is on the same level of athleticism or the same type of ability as Trent Dilfer is ridiculous.
I agree. And I think, part of me thinks, like, is Cam Newton just always trolling all of us and we just fall for the bait? Or is he just sour grapes? Maybe a little of both.
I mean, I think a little less. I think this is going to be a tough Super Bowl for Cam Newton. You got to remember, 10 years ago, game in San Francisco, lost. And he was never the same after that, after he didn't go for that fumble or
The
whatever.
loose ball and any sort of
Maybe he's
half-assed it,
a
right?
little moody, and maybe he doesn't even realize why.
And then Patriots in the Super Bowl, another team he played for, and he was supposed to be the guy after Tom Brady to pick it up, and it didn't go great.
Well, you know what? Mark Zito, some great insight, my friend.
For real,
Happy to be
man.
here.
Hey, good old Mark Zito.
This is
happening.
happening.
Sirius XM.
Mark Zito and Ryan Sampson, this is happening. And again, just our pal, Mark Zito.
Our old school Sirius XM.
But no, he's a diehard Patriots fan, so that really was great insight. And that's exactly how I feel. I think is, him just. I don't think he's necessarily hating Rich for the sake of hating. I just think it's like a style mismatch.
Yeah, I think Mark's best point he made was that poor Trent Dilfer is honestly the comparison. Anytime someone says something negative, I think from now on, maybe I won't go to the Trent Dilfer reference. I
was gonna say you're quick. You're calling yourself.
Well, Danny,
you're quick to go.
Zito made the good point that the biggest thing is that why is Trent Dilfer, poor Trent Dilfer, is always the guy that we reference.
I think you know why.
Yeah.
I know.
All right. So, guys, check it out. We have more stories to tell. We have phone calls to get to, but we also have Dalton Schultz on standby.
Okay, cool.
So let's wrangle up Dalton. We'll come back with more interviews, more fun from Radio Row San Francisco.
Can't wait.
It's the best week of the year.
Yeah,
Super
buddy.
Bowl week, and
San
the weekend has
Francisco.
begun. San Francisco with Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio.
All right. Now, DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, is making every snap, every drive, every moment of Super Bowl 60 count with DraftKings Live Millions, featuring over $5 million in prizes just for betting live. Here's how it works. Open the DraftBook Sports King app, the DraftKings Sportsbook app, opt in and get your promo token. Place a live bet of $1 or more on the Super Bowl, and you're in.
You're in like Flynn.
And every
live bet means another shot to win. Place a live bet and stack your entries all Sunday long. Once the game wraps up, we'll randomly select our prize winners, and there will be more than 100,000 winners. Will you be one of them? You got to download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code CRSHOW.
That's code CRSHOW. Bet live for your share of $5 million in prizes with code CRSHOW in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Bringing it to the entire nation from San Francisco Radio Row. And the fun part about this is you never know who's going to stop by. And to our right, I see a superstar. Let's welcome New York Football Giants quarterback Jackson Dart to the show.
Man, excited to be here. Appreciate you guys.
Dude, you're bringing the energy.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Appreciate y'all.
Love the jacket. He's here with Pepsi Zero Sugar. He's got the jacket on, looking sexy, looking like the man.
You say he was sexy? The first compliment.
Looking
sexy, bro.
It's good, though.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to get on his good side.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, man. You're a hot guy to talk to right now. Everybody's surrounding you. Everyone has questions for you. How do you feel looking back on your first year, man? A lot of ups and downs, but now that it's over, how do you feel looking back about everything?
Yeah, first of all, just shout out to Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Yeah, it's dope.
For the jacket. I had a bear walking around with me too, but
I saw that.
We had a little heat problem, so he's kind of had to take a little time out. No, but I think this year is it's kind of been a whirlwind.
Yeah.
I feel like I've grown like 3 years into one. But there's been a lot of, really great learning lessons for me. There's been a lot of, successes and like I said earlier, things to learn from. But I'm excited with where we're at as a team. I'm excited to get the guys back rolling, get the guys back healthy. And, Coach Harp's coming in. I'm excited for the future, so it's going to be awesome.
Jackson, there's teams that, in an offseason, we'll be honest, there's not much to look forward to next year. You guys are the opposite. There's so much possible excitement for your team with you, new coach. First of all, Scatterboo, Malik Neighbors, you guys got a squad. Tell us your first impression of Cam Scatterboo, because your relationship is amazing to me.
Yeah, no, Scat's my boy, man. We're actually just in Mexico, so, he's getting back healthy, and I can't wait to have him back out there on the field. I think my first interaction with him in person would be one to remember. I remember we had just got done with a workout. We're locker mates, so we're right next to each other. But he was, putting on a new shirt before he put on the new shirt, though. And he's all right. So he had an itch on his chin. Yeah. Usually, with us or any normal person, you just itch your chin. He has this bone sticking out of his shoulder. It's the craziest thing. I don't know if you guys have seen it on his Twitch streams or whatever, but that's how he itches. He'll just go like this.
Who is this guy?
It's wild. He's a savage, but I love him.
No, and your chemistry together, your friendship and relationship together was contagious. Had everybody buzzing. That had to feel cool, right? Because you knew people were talking about it and loving it.
Yeah, no doubt. I think the biggest thing is when you're competitors, and I think that one thing that we could just relate to off rip was just our mindset of going into each and every day, just attacking it, chasing wins, chasing success, and also being team players. And I think that that's one thing that people don't talk enough about him is he's a great teammate. He's someone who brings a ton of passion and energy and, makes all the guys around him better.
And speaking of teammates, you're Jackson Dart, right? You're the new guy in the locker room. You're the leader. Is there a feeling of, I belong here, I'm supposed to be here, I'm Jackson Dart, I'm the quarterback, I'm the man? Or is there still a surreal feeling when you're competing with Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson? Is that a weird feeling for you at first, and then it clicks?
I think it was a surreal feeling to kind of walk in that room initially. Russell's one of the first players that I ever had a jersey of. Watching
That's
him
what I'm
Seattle.
saying,
so
yeah.
It's crazy to kind of look back on that, and then obviously seeing Jameis and all of his successes. And I think I said in an interview one time in my pre-draft process that if there was one player who I want to play with, and I said Jameis Winston. So it was kind of crazy to see everything kind of come to fruition and just be in the room with those guys. And I have so much respect and love for them and how much they poured into me and, how much wisdom they've shedded. So I got a lot of love from them.
Yeah, and all of you guys seem to have a great chemistry and get along really well. It was awesome to see, man.
Jameis's speeches?
Yeah.
Unreal, huh?
The best. You should see. In the locker room, it's times 10. So he's an amazing teammate. He's an amazing, mentor, guy that I look up to, not only on the football field, but just as a person of how he approaches things, how he respects people, and how genuine he is. So I got a love for my boy J-Mo, man.
That's awesome.
Yo, Jackson, how you feeling? How you vibing with the East Coast? Covino's a Jersey guy.
Yep.
I'm a New York guy.
New York.
We live in Los Angeles now, but I lived in Hoboken.
You got to figure it out.
I had my fair share of Taylor ham. Have you loved the East Coast yet? Bagels, pizza, the whole deal. You adjusted to the area?
Yeah. When you go from Oxford, Mississippi, a small college town, to that New York, New Jersey area, it's complete polar opposites.
Yes.
From not even just a culture standpoint, but just the people.
And you realize people
they're edgy.
Yeah.
They got that chip on their shoulder. You're going to know exactly how they stand and what they think about you.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're going to get a lot of honesty,
No
and
doubt.
You can't badmouth the pizza. These
all.
are things you have to promote. Taylor ham. You have to enjoy a cup of coffee.
But it's amazing.
You have to pump your fist a little bit.
No doubt. But I've loved it so far. The people are great. As a competitor, you want to be under the brightest lights, under the biggest stages. So there's not a better place to be.
That's awesome, man. How do you respond? You're a big dude, obviously, and you said it. I heard your response, hey, I've been doing this my whole life, but now everybody's talking about it. Fox Sports Radio stage, Covino and Rich at the Media Center, downtown San Francisco, and it's time for our tire rack play of the day. They win again. This time, double overtime.
40 seconds left. Brunson in the front court getting the Knicks into their offense. Christian Brown guarding him again. Brunson crossover dribble inside the paint. Fall back floater. Good. A 5-point lead for the Knicks. 40 points for Jalen Brunson.
What's up, man?
And get this, that's 8 in a row since their players-only meeting. Somehow that players-only meeting really worked. That's courtesy of Knicks Radio Network. That's our Tire Rack play of the day. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Again, we are live, and to our right, we have a guest. Let's welcome Dalton Schultz, everybody.
What's up, man? How are you?
What's up, buddy?
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, of course, man. Hey, my first question for you. You're from Utah, right?
Yeah.
So you're a Utah guy, but you spent your professional career with Dallas, now the Texans. So
now I'm a Texas guy.
I was just going to ask you, are you just a Texas guy now or what?
To my wife's dismay.
Yeah.
She's from here.
Okay.
She loves the Bay. She loves California. We've been out in Texas for almost the last decade, and she's like, "Gosh, I just want to get back. I want to get."
I mean,
so
are the jeans a little tighter? Cowboy boots? Like, you got the hat? Like, do you like
all that? No, still the same. Still the same me.
But you love it.
Sweats.
You love it now. It's home. Because Rich's wife's from
My
Texas,
wife
and he
from
comes
Texas,
back.
I'm from New York, and we live in California, so it's always all over the place.
Yeah, dude. We actually we do love Texas.
Awesome,
she's actually she's loving Houston. So, with the exception of the 6 months that it feels like an oven.
Right.
I hear you.
It's been awesome.
Yo, let me ask you, your social media handle, Bingham Baller 9.
Yeah.
You got the high school.
Still got it.
Still, I love
it.
They never thought to change it. I like that.
I told you, like I don't switch up. Like, what you see is what you get.
I was like Bingham. I'm like, he went to Bingham High School.
So your same area code and everything from back in the
Still
day.
got my 801 number.
Nice. Okay.
Mr. 801. That's what they call him. Mr. 801. Dalton Schultz. Let me ask you, when you're in high school, is there a moment when you're like, all right, I think I might be able to do this? When was your moment?
Dude, that's the thing is like I never really thought that until like I was kind of doing it.
Yeah.
like dude, I got my first scholarship when I was a sophomore, and like I got a call from the dude at University of Utah. He's like, dude, we want to offer you a scholarship. And I was like, cool. What is that? Like, what does that mean? He goes, call your mom, tell your mom, see what she says. I was like, all right, cool. Called her, and she was like sobbing. She's like, oh my God,
so proud.
And so like I said, like I didn't realize that was an option or a thing until like I was just kind of like there.
So
like doing it.
In college, you're playing good ball. You're hanging with your bros, your buddies in college. And then there's got to come a point where someone's like, yeah, like after this, like you're probably going to get drafted. Like there's a moment, I'm sure, where you're like, oh, damn, the reality of me being a professional football player is there.
Yeah. And dude, again, like it didn't happen until like I was a senior. You know what I mean?
Amazing.
I was 4 years in, and I was like, all right, well, it's my last year. I could take a fifth year. But like, oh yeah, let's just see like what's going on. They were like, yeah, you got a mid-round grade. I was like, yeah, I feel like I've grown as much as I can, like as a player in college. Like, let's do it. Let me go try that. Yeah.
And now what? 8 years in, going on your ninth year as a pro.
9, yeah, it's crazy.
Congrats on all your success. And speaking of this year, 0-3 start, right? Then what? 11 in a row, hottest team in the NFL. You know, what was that streak like for you guys?
Dude, it was one. It was fun. Winning's fun.
Yeah.
Winning's great. Everybody loves winning. But dude, I was proud. I was proud of just the process through it all. Like we were 0-3 and we came back in, and everybody basically like the same day in the locker room was like, listen, nobody panic.
Yeah.
Nobody freak out. Like as players and coaches, like we all knew that we had a really good roster.
Right.
Which finally kind of put itself into fruition in the later parts of the season.
But you start believing
but it's
that.
like we knew that we had that.
Right.
We weren't getting the results just yet. And we had to find a way to get over the hump of like finishing games. Just make one play, take care of the ball. Like just we're so close. Because as soon as we started winning and having success, it was like boom, everything starts.
You guys were unstoppable during that stretch.
Dude, you start winning and like stuff takes care of itself.
Right.
Like, you start to get that. You start to see the fruits of your labor. Guys start to believe in the stuff that you're preaching. Because like, dude, at the end of the day, we have a very young roster.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure, you got older guys. I guess myself as an older guy now, which is weird. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like that. But like, it's a young nucleus of a roster.
Yeah.
And so I think when you have a few older guys, it's important to just I've been there before. Like a lot of stuff can change real quick. And so I think just having that, the older voices, and I think D'Amico at the forefront of that, like leading the charge of like, don't panic. Everybody's going to panic. We cannot panic.
What makes for a good locker room? You hear people talk about like, we got a tight locker room, but I'm sure some years are different than others, different teams are different.
Yeah.
What genuinely to you makes like, this team's tight? Is it like, hey, everyone actually wants to hang and go out for drinks or dinner? Everyone actually wants to know about each other's family? Like, what makes a good locker room?
I think at the end of the day, if you can find a bunch of guys that operate the same way on a day-to-day, that believe in the same things, that believe in things like working hard and like truly trusting your process, whatever that looks like, as well as guys with just high integrity, high character. You hear it all from GMs, but like seriously, dude, it's so important because what kills teams is you have a bunch of different guys going in different directions.
Yeah.
Instead of all like realizing that like, listen, we all operate the same way with the same goal. Like you're gonna naturally just kind of like come together.
Yeah.
Like it's how it goes.
But it's not easy. It doesn't happen all the time.
It's not easy. No, seriously, it doesn't happen all the time.
As a tight end in the league for all these years, I'm wondering, who's your GOAT? Did you get to play against any of the people you looked up to?
Yeah,
tight end go.
Tight end go. That's such a hard question, dude. Just because
so many good ones.
That's why I'm asking.
You're now on the list, man. Who's it?
I'm not on the list. So I had the opportunity to play behind a guy that I think was definitely in the conversation. Jason Witten was like, I mean, he was somebody that I saw myself in terms of like, he was definitely more athletic than me in his heyday, but like he was a guy that wasn't burning when I was with him, but man, he could manipulate somebody. Like it didn't look like he was running fast, or he wasn't running fast, but it looked like he was running fast.
Right.
And like I realized, I can do that. Like I can
and play with a lot of heart too. So,
yeah, dude. And he was so intense and so he was awesome. So like he's up there for me. I mean, obviously Tony Gonzalez is like, you can't.
I hate that we got a break because I could talk to you all day. Dalton Schultz, thank you so much for the time, man. Appreciate you.
Continued success.
Yeah, this team's going nowhere. I'll tell you, you guys are going to be doing big things for a while.
5.
More Covino Rich next right here on Fox Sports Radio. Hang tight.
Super Bowl 60 deserves a sportsbook built for the moment. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 60, puts you right in the center of the biggest game of the year.
And when anything can happen during the Super Bowl, DraftKings has your back with early exit. That means if a player goes down in the first half, you get paid out in cash immediately once your bet settles. No bonus bets, no waiting. New to DraftKings, new customers get this. You bet $5, get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code CRSHOW. That's code CRSHOW. Turn $5 into $300. It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking
joking.
Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best.
You were dating some girl, and you were like,
Hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense.
her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the fun.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there, and I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate your show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event
You
during
can't.
a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
Media Center. Get ready for Super Bowl 60. It officially begins right now. Thursday, the new Friday. It's the weekend. Our show is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL and NBA. And right now, promo code CRSHOW. Claim your special offer at DraftKings. Again, that's promo code CRSHOW at DraftKings. The crown is yours.
And your next success could begin sooner than you think. Put your goals within reach at the University of Maryland Global Campus, an accredited state university. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start February 11th. Learn more at umgc.edu.
And facing a peak season, looking for a new team member, Workforce Solutions from Express Employment Pros make hiring easier. ExpressPros.com. Find an office now. Let's rock out and welcome another guest. Actually, two guests with glory and renown. We welcome Ron Rivera and Tiffany Blackman to the show.
Hey, guys. What's up, Coach?
Good to see you.
How are you, Tiffany? Good to see you.
Great to see you. Thank you guys for your time. Hey, Tiffany.
Hey.
Now, Ron, my first question's for you, man. We've interviewed a lot of young quarterbacks this week, and we're seeing so many different personality types with these young quarterbacks. Some energetic and charismatic, some subdued and laid back. What makes a great leader to you guys?
I think when the lights come on,
yeah,
that's probably, the biggest test is how they handle that situation more so than anything else. You can be as great as you want in front of, going out during the draft period and, throwing balls to receivers. Well, there's no coverage. There's no pressure.
Yeah.
Okay, that's easy. But when the lights are on for real, how do they handle it? How do they react? I'll tell you, when we had Cam Newton and his last preseason game, we told him, hey, you've got it. Run the show. Let's go. And when those lights came on and the way he handled this 12-play drive that ended in a touchdown, that was a preseason game, but the way he handled it, it really told us we found our guy.
It's funny you would say Cam, your old pal Cam. He said something today. I'm curious what you think about this. Cam Newton said, and
Here
he
we
said
go.
a lot of stuff.
Oh,
right.
Cam said, it's giving Trent Dilfer, Rex Grossman vibes. The Patriots are not here because of Drake May. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think that the thing that everybody has to understand is that from that perspective, it is about the team. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
One guy, is the catalyst, but it's the other guys that really contribute as well. We can't forget that this is a quarterback-driven game. I don't disagree with that. But you have to have people that can protect him and then put playmakers around him and then have a complementary defense. If you can put those things together, you got a chance. And that's what I think Mike Vrabel has done very well.
Mm-hmm.
They've identified their quarterback, Drake May, and I think it's a hell of a choice. I really did. When they drafted him, I thought, you know what, in a couple of years, they're going to be where they need to be. I really did think that just because I was fortunate enough, he grew up in Carolina, got to know the family, knew exactly who Drake May was. So it was good to see that. But they put that team together the right way. They protect them. They run the ball well. Then they got playmakers. So that's what I think is there.
It's interesting. All the coaching vacancy you saw over the last, couple weeks. When coaches are saying, oh, where would I want to end up? Where do I want to interview? How much is the quarterback they have in place a factor?
Without a doubt.
Whether or not you want to go there or not.
I
right?
promise you, when what happened in Buffalo happened,
yeah,
every coach that was on the list to, that potentially could be a head coach called their agent and said, get me in on that. Get me in. I promise you, because this is quarterback driven. Believe me, after Cam got hurt, okay, and I went to Washington, I spent all the time, we were looking for a quarterback. Yeah. You have to have that guy. That guy takes you to the next level. I was fortunate enough to have Taylor Heineke, and Alex Smith, team up together my first year in Washington and win the division. Those guys did a tremendous job, but we were always looking for that next guy, and that's what has to happen. You have to find that guy. And if the combination of guys, great. If it's one guy, you're even luckier, and that's how fortunate I was.
Ron Rivera is here, and again, Tiffany Blackman is here, and you guys got a show together. How's it working with Ron when he's the guy calling the shots most of the time? How does this work out?
You put him in his place, or
what? Yeah.
That's basically what my role is.
Okay.
Our relationship goes back to 2015. I've been covering the NFL for the past almost 15 years
right.
or so. Yep. And so getting to cover the Panthers for those 5 seasons, I was at NFL Network during their Super Bowl run. Currently, I'm at CBS doing NFL Sideline now. And so, Ron hit me up saying, hey, you want to do a podcast? And going back to our relationship, I was like, absolutely, because it gives you that unique perspective from his perspective as being a head coach in this league. And then you get mine where, my dad played in the Super Bowl that he was in. And so you get the perspective that I grew up in it, but now I'm also covering in it as well.
I got to ask both of you, because from both perspectives, when you have to interview a coach and they've had a terrible half of football, how do you approach it, and how did you respond when the reporter's just doing their job? They're like, Ron, you guys are down 20 at the half. How are you feeling? Like, how do you guys approach them?
You rip the Band-Aid, but you try to do it with a smile at first.
Right.
So you walk up first, and that's usually my play, because I know what's coming. It's not going to be good. I know it. I don't take it personal. It's not directed at me. It's in the moment of what's happening. But I know it's tough to have someone stick a mic in your face when you're down by 15 or 20 or something.
You get that question when you are down by 20 and you want to snap back, right? But like she said, she asked the question, she smiles
beforehand,
and I said, "Well, we got to play better, Tiff. We really do got to play better."
That's awesome, man.
Disarm.
Hey, Ron Rivera, what's the hardest part about building a winning culture? There's a lot of teams that always seem to be stuck. What's
Right.
the hardest part about that?
100% buy-in. That has to really truly happen. When I first got to Carolina, one of the things that I promised the owner I was going to do is I wanted to meet everybody before I start making decisions. Okay. Put my coaching staff together, try to meet as many people as I could, try to talk to as many people. And you start to pick those out that want to be part of what you're doing. And you kind of slowly start making decisions on people. Well, I had a lot of time my first year in Carolina to spend with those folks because that was when the lockout had occurred. So in 2011, I didn't meet players. Okay, because the lockout came and boom, they were gone. I didn't meet my team until we started training camp. So in the meantime, I'm getting to meet all the support people. And quite honestly, we kept a lot of those folks. We only really at one point let one person go as far as that, because everybody bought in, saw the vision, but one person. So then we get the players, and now you got to find out who's who. I had a guy tell me, well, because he was taken high in the draft, he was a second round pick, that I couldn't cut him. And I actually moved away from him. And you do that because to me it was, wow, he's not what I'm looking for. He doesn't fit into what I'm hoping to build. And so you got to do those things to move on. And when you can start replacing those that don't want to be part of it, now you start building towards it. And the whole thing about it is they're going to show you. Okay, if I ask you to do it a specific way and you do it that way and we win, great, you get the credit. If we don't win, then you need to step up and say, you know what, that was my fault. Well, I did. I would take the responsibility. But if a player didn't do it our way, we needed them to step up in front of their teammates and say, that was bad, my bad, my bad. I did it my way and it didn't work. You have to have that. If you don't have that kind of buy-in, guys aren't being held accountable and they're not holding themselves accountable, and it starts with me, then you'll struggle.
I wonder, Covino, at the level, you go from the level of playing kid sports, high school, college, even in the pros, when you're the new coach, are there guys that you could tell are try to kiss your ass in the beginning? Are there players that are like, hey, coach, let's go? Like, are
there are some people that want to come and develop that relationship.
Yeah.
And you got to filter those guys out and try to treat them the same so that they understand that it doesn't matter what you do. You're going to be judged on what you do on the field first and foremost. That's one of the more important things. And then how you treat everybody as well.
Yeah.
I want to know what the podcast is about, guys.
It's about football, but from the different perspectives.
Different perspectives, but also like in our first episode, we had Greg
Right.
Olson on with us, and we all know who Greg is, right?
Of course.
And so it's getting those unique stories that you wouldn't know as not being on the inside, right? So Greg telling a great story about something you guys did. I'm going to put you on blast here too.
It was
at the end of the year or whatever, having someone come during Christmas, or you go.
Oh yeah.
See, I'm going to put you on the spot.
I love it. I like that. Yeah.
We had this tradition.
There we go.
We had this tradition that a grumpy Santa would come visit, and because of it, you got coal in your stockings, basically.
Right.
And it was from that perspective, and it was a joke on specific people would get called out for specific reasons. And it was it was politically incorrect, but it was funny as heck. And everybody was a target, and everybody was a good sport. And what it really showed the guys is that, hey, no matter what our situation was, because during the tough times we still did it, during the good times we did it. Everybody was a target, and everybody owned up to it. And that's what the unique thing is. It really was. It was one of those things that it was so special. And everybody looked forward to it. And I'll tell you, it was one of the things that we used to bring the team together. But it was.
So it's insight into how a team got to a championship.
Insight and perspective from your career as a sports reporter and broadcaster and your career as a coach, which is awesome. By the way, don't you feel like sportscasters get a lot of criticism nowadays where they didn't before? How so-and-so calls the game and how so-and-so asked this question. It's almost a tough place to be in nowadays.
It is. I try to stay under the radar.
Right.
I like to think if I do my job well, nobody knows who I am. And so that's like what I joke about. But you're asking the tough questions. And yeah, there is a whole, group of people that do really want to come down hard. I'd say mostly on like who the analyst is and who the play caller is as well. So it's a tough crowd, but you find a way to work around it.
One last question for Coach Ron here. You got that nickname that I know you never liked, Riverboat Ron. Now everyone goes for it on fourth down. What are we doing?
Well, what we've done is we've taken, in my opinion, some of us are using the numbers as a crutch. See, because I did it. I didn't do it because I was truly gambling. I did it because I was going by my gut, by what I really
Your
felt,
team
what I really
feel
believed.
is what you said. Yeah. You know your players.
And that was one of the things that really helped us more so than anything else. And Tiff knows the story, but I went and saw John Madden, and he mentored me my entire head coaching career after 2013. It was constantly, he was always had things for me. We always talked about things, and he knew that my first 2 years I was 3-13 in games decided by 7 points or less. And so what he did was he told me, he said, go back and look at those games that you lost, those 13, and see what you could have done differently. Well, in my mind, he wanted me to do a report. So I write this 20-page report about decisions and why you make decisions and stuff like that. And so I fly out to Pleasanton, California. I go to Red Bear Ventures. That was the name of his company. We sit down. He's got this room that pays homage to the Raiders. I mean, it was beautiful. You know, he had a 7-man sled in his parking lot. 7-man.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, he loves offensive linemen. So we had the 7-man sled in his parking lot. I go see him. We have this great conversation. Oh, I said, hey, I got this report for you. He says, looks at me, and goes, huh? I said, being 3-13. And he goes, no, that's not for me. That's for you. What did you learn? I said, well, I wrote this report about it. And I said, well, I flipped to one of the games. And I said, well, here, we're up by 3. We're driving. Got a yard and a half to go for first down. It's 4th down. And I kicked the field goal to go up by 6. But then they come down, scored a touchdown with a minute and a half to left, kicked the extra point, and beat us by 1. He goes, well, what could you have done different? I said, well, I could have gone for it. He goes, exactly. I said, yeah, but I was going by the book. He goes, Ron, what book? And what he did was it made me realize I was being safe.
Right.
I was doing the safe thing so I wouldn't get criticized. That's when I realized that I was making the mistake. I was playing it safe. So we go into the next season. We're playing the Giants at home. First series, we go down, and I go for it twice on 4th down. The first time we go for it, we convert midfield. The next time I go for it, it's on the goal line. And Cam runs Q power, scores a touchdown, comes off the field. He hands me the ball and says, thanks for trusting me. I'll never let you down.
Nice.
And that was it. So from that point on, now I really try to calculate and think about it.
I got one last question for both of you guys. You brought up the Raiders, and I know your affiliation with the Hispanic Football Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Word on the streets is Fernando Mendoza is roaming around this week. Your thoughts on how he translates in the NFL next year?
I like the leadership that he brought. I know he joked, I think it was on whatever late night show he was on, about how he's not always that straight laced. I think he did drop a 4-letter choice,
Yes, he did.
An F-bomb,
So
yeah.
he's got that in him, and I love that. I love that he, could put the facade on, for the TV, for everything, and for the people, but he's got that edge in him. And I think that team could use somebody like him.
No doubt. Thank you guys so much for your time. Ron, Tiffany.
Ron Rivera,
thank
Tiffany
you guys
Blackman,
for being here on Covino and Rich.
on the Covino and Rich Show. Pleasure,
so
man.
much,
Thank
Doug.
you guys so much. Thank you.
All right, cool. Covino and Rich. Now, Spot, we have another guest right away. Let's go. Let's bring him up.
Wow.
Thank you, guys.
Just like that. They're both here?
They're both here. Bring it up.
Cooper DeJean and Reed Blankenship.
Coop and Reed, let's go.
Coop and Reed are here. Wow, we got wings. We got paper towels. We got 2 studly men joining us on the stage right now.
What's up, Coop?
One
What's
DB,
up, bro?
one safety. Hey, man, welcome to the show. We got 2 Eagles, Rich. I don't know.
What's up, man?
By the way, we got
What's
an
up?
Eagles hater here, too. So, I'm just kidding, guys.
I
Just kidding.
will say, I don't want to confuse you guys like Sam Franklin on the Bills.
Exactly. Let's welcome Cooper DeJean and Reed Blankenship to the Covino and Rich Show.
Appreciate you guys.
I do want to thank you guys for your time. Thank you guys for being here. I'm just going to put this over here. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Congrats on a great season, guys.
I'm standing. Let's
Let's do it.
Let's stand. By the way, did you guys get a kick out of that mic'd up that went viral where someone confused you guys on the field?
Look, it happens to me all the time. It's not happening to him at all. Obviously. No, I like to play the part, like I'm the other guy. I'm the other one.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it's cool.
Speaking of being confused, of the 53 players on your team, how many do you think you know by name? Because I'm always shocked that, as a kid growing up, you assume everybody knows everybody because it's a team, right? And a little kid at home knows most of the players. Out of the 53, I'm not going to put you on the spot. You think you know all of them?
Yeah. I would say I can name all of them.
Hey, I'm impressed.
More than real names, though.
Yeah,
but still counts.
Sometimes numbers don't count. Yeah, I'm
No
talking
numbers.
Yeah.
Nickname.
Well, that's good. That's good enough. Yeah, that's good enough. I'm impressed.
Good teammates,
No, he always busts my chops because I'm a New Yorker at heart. So Philadelphia fans are brutal. But when you play in Philadelphia, I'd imagine they're probably the best fans you could have. What's the relationship like with the fans when you're winning in Philadelphia?
Winning or losing, they stay the same.
Yeah.
They keep you humble. They're going to point out certain things, and I feel like that's just part of playing in Philly. Playing in that.
Do you like
fan
that
base.
pressure playing in a city where the fans are so passionate?
I love it.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd be able to play for a city like that, and shoot, I enjoyed it. Played for 4 years there, so I enjoyed it.
Makes you prepare and play that much harder, I think, to try and make those guys happy.
When you guys are playing in a big city like Philadelphia, other teams in the city, do you start getting to know, like, you guys know, like, Bryce Harper and some guys on the Sixers? Is there a camaraderie among the other big teams?
I've got to meet a couple of the Phillies guys for sure. A couple of the Sixers guys whenever we go to their games too. Say what's up to them.
I feel like there's always a pressure when you guys go to a game to, like, chug a beer or something when they go to you in the big screen.
I know, yeah.
Is that fun though when you get acknowledged at the other stadiums and when you're there and you're on the big screen, or you're just used to it at this point?
Yeah, it's cool. I think it's cool.
I like it.
Yeah.
Right? It's got to be
Give a
cool.
little shout out.
Hey, Coop, who's the toughest receiver you've had to defend? And Reed, who's the player you hate the most? So think about that. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really doing that.
Toughest to cover, probably Justin Jefferson be my pick, I think.
So the night before, you're going up against them. Like, what's going through your head that night before? Is it a lot of mental preparation? Like, thinking about it a lot, like a big fight the next day?
I prepare the same each and every week, but obviously, you still got to go in there with confidence, to, think that you can lock this guy down. But this year was my first year covering him, and he's by far, one of the toughest I've had to cover in my career.
And Reed, is there a guy you got nightmares thinking about, or no?
No,
Someone
no
you hate?
nightmares. Just gotta get my mind right. Just gotta get my mind right to hit these dudes.
But there's not one player you just want to hit.
Nah, I ain't doing that.
No, really? Oh, man.
Ain't no off-season beef with me. I'll tell you that much.
Coop and Reed, let me ask you guys: how do you keep your cool when a pass interference is called against you, and in your mind, like, I didn't do anything, like I maybe a little grab, like, is it hard in that moment not to, like, lose it a little bit, or what?
I'm probably the worst one with refs. Like, I be yelling at them.
What is the line, by the way? Because we don't know as fans. What's the line that'll get you 15? Is it dropping certain curse words, or is it like saying something?
No, they usually let you cut.
Yeah.
I think it takes a lot to really get to a ref and make them throw a flag on you for that reason.
But I usually try to.
I hate the pass interference. Like, it's so inconsistent from crew to crew.
Can you ever change an official's mind? Has it, like? Do you think if you ever pleaded your
no?
No.
Not on pass
Well, I
interference.
say this.
They love to throw that.
I say one time in 24, we was playing the Falcons, and C.J. Gardner-Johnson made a fourth down stop on Bijan.
Oh yeah.
And it looked like he threw his helmet off, but he actually didn't. And I went up to him and I was like, "No, it's already coming off. It's already coming off." And I think he just nullified his. All right, it was coming off.
Changed his mind.
He changed his mind.
After a tough game, guys, how tough is it to deal with as far as your family and friends are concerned? Like, when you go home, man, is it just everybody stays out of your way?
Are you difficult to be around after a loss?
Depends on the game. Depends on the game I had. Usually it takes me. Usually, if I'm upset, I'll just sit in the locker room for a little bit before I go see them, and then I'm fine after that.
It's usually a kind of a calm setting for me when I go home and see my wife and see my fam. Like, they understand. Like, they're not going to hound me about it.
I asked that for a reason, because your wife is a kindergarten teacher, right?
Yeah.
So I imagine she comes home stressed out, and you got to deal with that too. You probably see all the finger paintings, all that nonsense.
She has a lot harder job than I did.
Right.
So, kudos to her. But yeah, she is very positive for me. So
I have a question. My son's in kindergarten. I just did career day at the school. Do you go in for career day? Like, hey, I'm on the Eagles.
No, I actually went in there for Read Across America during March. And, they're just like, oh, Mr. Reed. Like, and then the parents start to figure out that I play and stuff, and they'll draw a picture, this, that, the other. But it's really fun and really cool to see all these kids.
Hey, talk about that. The kids get so excited, to see you guys. And that's so awesome. You guys are living the dream, right? And they all want autographs. They all want selfies nowadays. Yeah. What's the most annoying thing for you? Is it like when there's an adult who wants to take a picture and you're just trying to get point A?
It's always the adult telling his kid to come up to you.
So he can come up.
So he can.
Yeah, that's lame. Yeah, it is
It's embarrassing.
I'm all for the kids, though.
Yeah,
I love the kids.
Yeah.
Love, taking pictures for them and signing stuff. But, the adults is.
When they're wearing your jerseys, too, though, that's got to be kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Because who did you guys have growing up?
Shoot. I was, Cam Newton, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady.
Peyton Manning, Phillip Rivers.
Those guys.
What'd you think of his comeback this year?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Insane.
So cool.
I mean, you guys are young men. He could be like your dad's age.
Yeah, I mean, he's from the same area I grew up in too.
And guys, be honest, because you're in the league doing big things. When you see those dudes, do you catch yourself acting like Cam Newton's over there? Like, do you act a little weird around him, or do you, hey, you got that respect too because you're in the NFL?
Not anymore. Not anymore.
But at first,
but you know, when I was in like college and stuff, I was for sure a little starstruck.
But once you're in, you're like you're
You're
in.
figuring it out.
Right.
Now
That's
we're
awesome.
all on one big family.
That's awesome.
We got to spend the day with Dallas Goddard. We filmed like a long what was the commercial for again?
Tesla.
We spent like 12 hours with him. What a good dude. He's a
great guy.
beast, huh? He's a
hilarious.
beast.
He is hilarious. Probably one of the funnier guys on the team.
Now, of the guys in the team, what makes a good locker room? It's a question we've sort of been poking around with because I feel like everyone loves to say, like, yo, we got a good locker room. Is it guys want to hang together? Is it like, hey, you got a group of guys that want to go get drinks after the game? What makes a good locker room?
I think it starts with the head coach. You know, kind of getting that message out there that, you know, to have a close locker room. I think that's what Coach Sirianni does. To get our locker room, you know, we do stuff in the off season together. We'll go bowling. Went and played basketball this year as a team. You know, but it starts with the head coach for sure, and then, you know, the guys obviously have to be willing to hang out, and, you know, we build that relationship in the building. You know, so you see guys all the time hanging out in the building, whether it's playing pool, ping pong, just chopping
How's
it
your
up
ping
at the
pong
dinner
game?
table. Not too bad, actually.
Not too bad.
Oh, he
Good.
looked at you
Pretty
like,
good ping
yeah,
pong.
I'll own you,
Pretty good
dude.
ping pong.
I'll own you.
I don't know. Maybe we have a Fox Sports Radio ping pong tournament. You're getting involved.
Now, obviously, guys, you wish you were, you know, playing this weekend. But what's the rest of the week look like for you? Like, what do you guys do for Super Bowl Sunday?
Shoot.
Sometimes I ain't gonna lie, I don't watch it.
Really? Yeah, it's
I
that
get
tough,
upset, I'm
right?
like,
It's
come on.
annoying.
Yeah.
I get it.
But I'm gonna head to Florida after today.
Little baby moon for
baby moon.
Yeah,
Reed.
dude, congrats, man. That's awesome.
So good,
Congrats.
right?
Thank you.
It's amazing. By the way, you guys are the only one that looked natural in the green bounty
Yeah.
sweaters. I was like, that's. By the way, do you like that the old school, like I call it the Randall Cunningham jersey, the light greens?
Hey,
I like it.
I love this.
The Kelly Green you're
The
talking
Kelly,
about?
the Kelly
Yeah.
Greens.
Yeah.
What's
The bounty sweater is about the Kelly.
I mean, I
Kelly
could
Green,
wear
right?
this, walk into a Kelly Green game.
what
Yeah.
Eagles uniform do you think you guys look the coolest in?
The Kelly Green.
Kelly
sure.
Green
Yeah.
has to be.
Fans love that, huh? They love.
Yeah.
I like all white too. All white's cool too.
Yo, Coop, let me ask you. I heard you on Kay Adams earlier today, and she was grilling you about your personal life. WWE fans cheering Coop. When you're a single guy and you're a young dude in the NFL, does that bother you, or do you realize it comes with the territory? People wanting to know about your personal life.
Nah, it doesn't really bother me, to be honest.
Nah.
Yeah, I've gotten used to it at this point, so it doesn't bother me too much.
Well, speaking of 9 days away, the romance, that's the romance, right? Valentine's, guys.
Valentine's
yeah.
Day's coming up.
Don't sleep on reservations.
But do you have to do anything with it being a new dad, or like a newborn and all?
I mean, you still got to perform, you know.
You gotta do-
still
you gotta
gotta
do
be
something.
romantic. Still got to date.
You kept in romance or what?
Come on now. Have a little steak dinner, you know. Take
And you
her
got to
steak.
get your daughter something too now,
I know.
right?
She's
Girl-
not here yet.
Want
She's
to
not
have
here
to take
yet.
her on like
Yeah.
a date too, you know.
Well,
Show her the way.
thank you guys. Hey, thank you and congrats. Continued success. Thanks for
Yes.
your time.
Shout
Thanks
out
for
Bounty.
stopping by.
And
Right.
shout out to Bounty. And by the way, this hurts me a little bit because you guys are such good dudes. Now I have to cheer for the secondary
That's
of
all
the
right.
Eagles.
You could cheer for players, you know?
I'm allowed, but that's true.
Come on now.
Yep,
No,
yep.
Thank you, fellas,
Appreciate
so
it,
much.
brother.
Appreciate you guys.
Dean, Reed Blankenship, thank you guys so much for your
Appreciate it,
time,
man.
man. Congrats on everything. We
Continued
got
success,
more
guys.
Covino and Rich next on Fox Sports Radio live from Radio Row, San Francisco,
Yep.
Super Bowl 60, man.
Thank you, guys.
Now, are you facing hiring headaches, Rich?
got a guest, dude. Let's introduce him with no further hesitation. Kyle Van Noy. What's up, man?
Kyle Van
Noy.
Noy.
Are we on or what?
Well, you know what?
There we go.
Well, you figured that out.
That was my bad. Rookie mistake.
No, it's not on you. It's
You
not
guys
on
had
you.
a hell of an intro, too.
Oh, we were just getting it started. 2-time Super Bowl champion, 4-time Pro Bowler, author of One More Shot, his YouTube show, the Van Noy Foundation.
Let's
Kyle
go.
Van
Let's
Noy.
go.
Damn, I'll tell you what, he gave you a hell of an intro.
Yeah.
But I love when you came up here, you're like, you guys are bringing the energy like me. And
Yes.
I love that because people bring different energies, man.
I know.
When you're in a locker room with, 52 other dudes, are there different vibes everywhere?
Yes. The big uglies, the O-line, they stick together. They got a whole weird vibe. You don't want to interrupt that conversation. The linebackers are usually beefing at each other, like linebackers do. The receivers, they're doing their nails in the corner. I'm just kidding.
And they're always talking smack, too. Yeah.
But I will say the Ravens vibe is different than anywhere, and I believe it starts with the quarterback position, Lamar. Lamar's the coolest. He's the coolest of the coolest. And to have a dude that is cool with everybody, he knows, Tom did a good job. He just knows everybody from the practice squad guys' names to the stars, and is able to hang out with everybody, and I respect that.
I got to ask this then. You've played with the best, and you've been in those locker rooms with the best. What's the biggest difference between like a Tom Brady locker room and the one you're in now? With Lamar Jackson?
Tom Brady's, you knew every time you stepped in going to work that it was 100% business.
Yeah.
And, you fell in line with that. And I respect that. Now, I'm not saying it's not business when you step into Lamar Jackson's world, because it definitely does. But he's similar ages. We can joke about some things. I'm able to say he's getting older now, getting close to 30, and point the finger, while Tom it was just different. That was big bro. Big bro.
A little more loose for you from this perspective.
Say that one more time.
A little more loose for you nowadays.
Yes. Very much more
Nice.
loose. And I think it starts with just guys having the ultimate respect for me, which is awesome. But then I got to do a good job, and I want to be in their world as far as like, what are y'all talking about? Keep me up with the lingo, so I'm not, telling dad jokes all the time.
What I do, speaking of dad jokes, what I do love about following Kyle Van Noy, you live in the dad life. You're a husband.
Yep.
You're an NFL star, so you're balancing all this. I will say, I could tell your personality just based on a video I saw of your wife, where you were pranking her and you called her your current wife.
Oh, yeah.
you like clowning on each other like that. That's a sign that you guys have a good relationship.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we, with a good relationship, it obviously starts with communication. I feel like me and her being able to communicate and being together all these years helps out amazing. I mean, she's the glue to everything. She's been able to, continue to be the MVP off the field to help me be the MVP on the field.
Every good man needs a better woman behind them. Listen,
100%.
Lions, Patriots, Dolphins, Patriots again, Chargers.
That's a lot.
Ravens.
It kind of sucks that you just did that, because it's like, damn, that's a lot of teams. I shouldn't have been on that many teams.
Damn, do you own properties in all these places, or you're like in and out? Like, are you a guy that's like now you're renting to some guy in like Miami or something?
That's a really good question. So Marissa, being the MVP off the field, she would flip homes where we lived. So she did a really good job. We actually just offed all our properties, but we made money because of her talents and her skills. Her mom and sister own interior design business, so she flips homes. She does all of it. I'm out of that. She's like big boss, telling the GCs what to do. It's impressive. I just
really
sit back
cool.
like,
I gotta
don't mess up.
Yeah.
How do you keep your stuff nice and neat with kids? I got 2 little kids, and everything's just like
What ages?
5 and 8.
Ooh, you're in it.
Like any idea of getting any light furniture, jelly stains and Cheeto hands. Like, do you remember those days?
I'm in those days.
You go through couches.
I'm 6 and 4.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm right there.
So we're there.
First, it was just avoiding not to get poop on your hands changing the diaper.
Yes.
Now we're moving. Let's eat our food. Okay, we got to pay attention. Okay, now it's homework, doing the, getting the math down, getting the language down, all that stuff.
Well, I got a question for Kyle.
We're back.
We are back, and we are live from the Fox Sports Radio stage at the Media Center, downtown San Francisco. Covino and Rich. And for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection, with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. Tire Rack, TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
And have you ever wiped with a piece of toilet paper?
No.
Dry and wondered, is this as good as it gets? Well, it's not. Switch to life-changing, wet, extra-large, flushable Dude wipes. We got the Dude wipes right here on the set because wetter just cleans better. Available on Amazon and all major retailers nationwide. Dude wipes, best clean. Pants down.
Pants down. Now, if you just joined us, you already missed a lot, but it only gets better.
Yep.
Hearing about great guests tomorrow. Like, I'm super pumped about tomorrow. We haven't even finished today, but we had Gary V stop by of VaynerMedia, entrepreneur Gary V. Catch it later. Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube or on the podcast. We had Dalton Schultz stop by. I wish we had more time with him, but he's a Texan tight end, and he was a really nice guy. Coach Ron Rivera and CBS Sports reporter Tiffany Blackman, they have a new podcast called No Headsets. No Headsets, check that out. They were really cool. And then Cooper DeJean and Reed Blankenship of the Eagles just stopped by.
You know, my big takeaway is,
and they were real nice young fellas.
My takeaway is that they were real, like, nice young dudes, but they were not like huge big dudes. Like their athleticism must be off the charts.
Yeah,
like
they must be
quick,
incredible. Or what we're seeing too, and we touched on it with Coach Rivera, is like, there's two sides to a lot of these players.
Yeah.
You know, some of these players, they're cool and calm and whatever. They get on the field, and that's all that matters. What do they do then? So thanks again to Cooper DeJean and Reed Blankenship of the Eagles. And the rumor is, obviously, I don't think we need to beat around La Bouche, is that he's dating Nikki Bella, right? So those are the Valentines we were making reference to. And Reed Blankenship recently married, I think it was like his high school sweetheart, but they were together for a long time. Yeah, well, she's a kindergarten teacher, and I know he's expecting to be a girl dad or something like that. So
I'm gonna
appreciate them stopping by.
A Jay Glazer here.
Uh-oh.
By the way, Cooper shook my hand. I can tell you that rumor's true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he gave you a little.
That's super producer Danny G, and I want to thank everybody back at the studio as well for hanging out with us
Thanks,
today.
Iowa Sam.
Thank you, Iowa Sam, and everybody back in Los Angeles. Dan Byer, who's hanging out with us today. Elijah, Sagar, and Spotty, who are on the videos. Covino and Rich FSR. And before Coop and Reed were here, I know him like that now.
Coop and Reed.
We were wrapping up the whole Drake May, Cam Newton thing. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. And Danny G, I know, has something to put us on the spot. Because every year we do something called like our power rankings here on the Covino and Rich show.
We go over the power rankings that not that we put out. We take a look at what other people put out.
Usually USA Today, because theirs is funny.
This is funny, and to me,
and they don't do it on purpose. They're not trying to be funny on purpose.
Not only is there usually funny, because there's some surprises, but it is funny to be that, quote, Monday morning quarterback, and at the end of the year, look back and be like, how right were they and how wrong were they? Because that's any sport, right? So, Danny G, without any further ado, let's hear what we got.
And this was a storyline throughout the season, although you're not hearing a lot of talk about it right now, that it was anybody's year.
Yeah.
It was so unpredictable.
So true.
Look at the two teams we wound up with. Obviously, people are talking about that, but just throughout the season, based on what everyone thought going into the season, I pulled up something from July.
Okay.
We did a couple of segments on the CNR show about this. The 2025 NFL Power Rankings from your boy, Ralph Facciano. Remember of NFL on Fox. And we were like, wow, this is power ranking put out as training camp starts.
Okay.
So let's see. What do you guys think, if you can remember back, the top 5 teams were?
Okay. So we're talking about going into the season before we knew what happened. There was probably a sentiment that
I would say the Chiefs were still in the top 5.
Yeah,
okay.
Number 3.
All right, I would imagine the Eagles, they were the defending champ, so it would be disrespectful.
Number 1.
Okay. So Chiefs and Eagles.
I imagine the Bills were still there.
Bills at number 4.
Okay, so we got we need what? One more?
Yeah,
Two more?
the team that didn't even make the postseason. My Super Bowl pick, I was way wrong. Ravens?
Yes, number 2.
Oh wait, how about this? Wait, was it like the Lions got snubbed? We were thinking it was the Lions, and they were like right. It's hard
You
to go
have a
back.
good memory. We thought the Lions were snubbed because they were put at 9.
Right.
At 5 was the Green Bay Packers.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
From NFL.
I remember thinking like, yeah, the Lions should have been higher. Okay, cool.
All right, now our Super Bowl contenders, the Seahawks, the Patriots. Where do you think they were on this early rankings sheet?
Okay, that's a good one.
Crazy.
Oh, I think I felt that the Niners, my San Francisco 49ers, who were 12-5 and decimated with injuries. Am I remembering this correctly that they were ranked below Arizona?
They were ranked 18th behind Chicago, behind the Broncos, behind the Cardinals at 14.
Someone put the Cardinals at 14. I remember that thinking like, what? Interestingly enough, the 2 Super Bowl teams, I feel like Seattle was hovering around 10 to 15. No?
Seattle at 21.
Wow, that's insane.
The Patriots, you want to take a shot at where you think the Patriots were?
I mean, look, in all fairness, right? You're thinking, I remember if you go back to the beginning of the season or before it, no one was certain if Sam Darnold's season with the Vikings was a fluke or not, right? So could he do it again?
Yeah,
there was a lot of question marks there, but still,
we saw her at Collins' volume party last night. Mina Kimes, who's a big Seahawks fan and a respected analyst.
He just proved everybody wrong, is what he did.
She said, as I fall in my chair, she said that the Seahawks took a big step backwards going from Geno Smith to Sam Darnold. And the other one, I would say Patriots because of all that. Drake May, rookie coach, probably in that 15 to 20 window.
They're right behind the Seahawks in the early season rankings at 22. So NFL on Fox had the Seahawks and the Patriots back-to-back at 21 and 22. Just shows you going into a season, nobody has any idea who's really going to be in the Super Bowl.
Again, a reminder of what the experts think, and the experts say means diddly squat. That's why I have such a hard time with those prediction type of discussions because nobody knows anything.
Yeah. So when we do it, Covino's always like, dude, Covino will always say, we don't know, but guess who else doesn't know? Stephen A, Colin, Dan, any of the best in the game.
That's right there. And here we are celebrating Super Bowl 60 with the 20th or 21st and 22nd team in the power rankings.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Some of us know, though, like Byers coming up with the update. He chose the Broncos to go to the Super Bowl. And I remember a lot of us were like, we think they're a playoff team, but the Super Bowl, they came damn close.
Really close.
As we go to DB, I will say, I think I saw somewhere, I don't know how accurate, but if you were to do like some prop bet for it to be Seahawks Pats, I think it was like 48,000 to 1. Like something ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a guy who has a ticket out that's gone
really?
viral.
This one dude?
Yeah, and that ticket is going to score him a mansion.
I don't believe it. No, anyway.
Good for him.
Let's go to DB for an update. Dan Byer, what's up, man?
What up, Dan?
Guys, the big news of the day is the trades that didn't happen in the NBA. The trade deadline has come and gone, and Giannis Antetokounmpo is staying in Milwaukee. John Morant was not dealt by the Grizzlies today. A couple of players on the move. Clippers center Ivica Zubac is now heading to the Indiana Pacers for multiple first-round picks. Guard Ben Mathurin's headed to L.A. as well. Bulls sent guard Ayo Dosunmu to the Timberwolves, and Jose Alvarado, Grand Theft Alvarado of the Pelicans, is on his way to New York. He is a Knick. Nets waived combo guard Cam Thomas. Seahawks and Patriots practicing for Super Bowl 60 coming up on Sunday. Some Patriots not happy with Tom Brady not making a pick. Seahawks are worrying about Nicky Manwari's injured ankle. Head coach Mike McDonald called it a low ankle sprain earlier today. Says he expects the rookie to play in Super Bowl 60. 49ers and Rams will play next year in Melbourne, Australia. The NFL announced that the Niners would be the Rams' opponent. It is considered a Rams home game. Back-to-back Cy Young Award winner Tarek Skubal won his arbitration case against the Tigers. He'll earn $32 million. Chris Gotterup leads the Waste Management Open at 8 under par. At the Olympic Games, Team USA women's hockey topped Czechia today by a score of 5-1. And tonight, guys, NFL honors. And Willie Anderson, former right tackle for the Cincinnati Bengals, sent out a cryptic tweet that makes it seem that he was not chosen for enshrinement into the Hall of Fame. he would be left off the enshrinement list for the 5th straight years. He's
Wow.
been a finalist. So Willie Anderson not expected to get in according to his social media post, but we'll find out who gets in later on tonight at NFL Honors.
Thank you, Dan Byer. And you know what? I do want to know what Dan Byer's thoughts are on Tom Brady, even though he is the man. We're big Brady guys, and I support him. I think it is kind of lame that he's not choosing a team. I mean, he's got a former teammate coach, and he's got Vrabel there. Kraft is still involved, obviously. How does he not? I mean, he's got a statue for the Patriots. How could he not say he's pulling for the Patriots?
I can't understand the for the life of me.
I mean, is it a professional, like, unbiased that he's trying to, go with?
How great would it be if they lose? Then everybody's like, oh, if we only had Tom Brady.
If we only had his
right?
support.
Just like we talk about missing shows. Don't tell me how good it was. Tell me how bad it was.
So I'm not hating on him, but it does make me go,
It is because, as an announcer, he's trying to
It's simply
be
that.
unbiased.
Oh, well, then everybody knows.
But he's not calling the game. It's not on Fox. So
yeah, that's weird to me.
I will say this. Another story DB brought up that maybe we could touch up before we get out of here. How do you think you feel if you're Tarek Skubal and the Lions try to lowball? I'm sorry, the Lions. The Tigers try to lowball you and go through arbitration, and they say 19 million. You want 32. You win that. Meanwhile, right next to that, they give Framber Valdez almost $40 million a year. Isn't that a slap in the face a little bit?
Yeah, but everyone, has their own path.
They got a great 1-2 combo now in Detroit, so we'll touch on that next. More Covino and Rich right here on Fox Sports Radio.
DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, is making every snap, every drive, every moment of Super Bowl 60 count with DraftKings Live Millions, featuring $5 million in prizes just for betting live.
Yeah, here's how it works. Open the DraftKings Sportsbook app, opt in, and get your promo token. Place a live bet of $1 more on the Super Bowl, and you're in.
And every live bet means another shot to win. Place a live bet and stack your entries all Sunday long. And once the game wraps up, we'll randomly select our prize winners. There's going to be more than 100,000 winners. Will you be one of them?
You could be part of this, or hey, take on some of the other cool bets I have at DraftKings. Danny, you and I were looking at some of these. I'm loving the fact that, Cardi B's pregnant, Stephon Diggs playing in the Super Bowl, and anytime tutty from Stephon Diggs plus 270. So you could throw down 100, win 270. Maybe he's playing for the baby. So we'll
Which one of his babies?
I may throw that down. So Stephon Diggs, all your bets and everything.
He already threw it down.
Right?
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code CRSHOW. That's code CRSHOW. Bet live for your share of $5 million in prizes with code CRSHOW.
Code CRSHOW in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Covino and Rich with a guy that I don't think he even knows right now. I'm a Niners fan, so that's my
Yeah,
dude right
Rich.
there. Kendrick Bourne on the Covino
Let's
and Rich
go,
show.
bro.
What up,
What's up,
man?
guys? What's
you
up? What's
got to be looking at the Super Bowl like you can't be hoping Seattle does anything good, right? I mean,
It's actually hard. So I got some guys over there, Cooper Kupp, who I'm connected to, man. His story's been freaking phenomenal. But definitely a rival. And definitely don't want him to do too good, but I want my guy Coop's story to kind of be fulfilled.
that's something that we've learned over the years as we do interviews and meet players, you want to hate certain guys. They're on a team you don't like, but they're good dudes. Like Puka Nacua is a great dude, but I'm like, F the Rams, you know? Like,
Yeah.
That's how it is.
And I want to make this observation, too. First of all, thanks for your time,
Of
man.
course.
And congrats on everything.
Sir,
Entering
thank
his 10th season. You're getting up there, bro.
Man,
Getting
bro.
up, time's flying, right?
Getting real, man.
I want to make this point. Like, no matter how hard we try to look cool as hosts and just here at the convention center, you come in here looking like that, man. Those chains, the watch, like, that's a whole process, man. I love it.
Yeah,
Dude,
thank
you
man.
picked that out yourself, like all those chains, everything.
Exactly. Yeah, the whole fit. So, well, actually, the outfit come together, then the chains, different sets, you know. So I'm like, all right, what look better? So nothing crazy, just.
But do you ever have that doubt that every guy has of like, can I pull this off, or is it you just take that risk?
That's a great question. So some guys don't want to step into it, but I love it. You know what I'm saying? The limelight, I don't mind. Judgment, make people look at me, make people talk, interact. Like, that's what I love about it most. So it's never about wearing it to make somebody else feel down or humbling, but you know what I'm saying?
It's for you.
You know what's
Exactly.
You know what's wild when you think about 53 dudes on a team.
Mm-hmm.
This is your look. And then, like, my dude Brock Purdy walks in like he's out of an LL Bean catalog.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many different styles within a locker room, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's like culture, different culture.
Yeah.
And then cultures interacting, cultures intersecting. You know what I'm saying? What can I learn from this culture? What can I learn from this culture? And trying to engage in all of them, you know what I'm saying? Knowing how to carry myself. Like, I'm not going to dress like this going into a business meeting. But I'm on Radio Row, so I'm like, hey, it's lit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to promote myself how I feel. But if I'm going to sign my contract or coming to the game, I might wear a suit. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day.
When you sign your contract, do they really give you that feather pen that I see on, like, Instagram, the 49ers, like, red feather pen?
I think they really are signing it. That is funny. That's dope, though. You know what I'm saying? Just give it a little touch, but that's definitely what they're doing. But, yeah, that's just the style, different cultures, you know what I'm saying? Like Brock doing the Dougie, stuff like that. Like, he's intertwining with culture. It's dope. You know what I'm saying? Hip-hop culture and swag. It's dope how it interacts, brings the team together.
Did that surprise you guys when he broke out the Dougie?
It actually wasn't surprising. He was saying it in practice, so he like, I'm probably gonna do it. I'm gonna see. And so when he cracked it, it was dope that he actually did it, you know, live, and it was powerful for the team.
And you got to watch the highlights later on, right? I mean, you guys always watching film. You watch the highlights and laugh about it?
Yes, it's funny. So, like, Kyle always be like, well, this is a little cringe every time you do it. But to us, it's like, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? It builds camaraderie and, like, all right, Brock's having fun. He balling, having fun, dancing. It just gives you that sense of energy. But, like, you know, coaches view it different. Like, well, you don't have that much rhythm compared to Kendrick Bourne doing the Dougie. But it's about the antics of it and how much fun it brings.
Let's talk about the camaraderie, Rich. You're always talking about it.
Because I see, like, guys like Christian McCaffrey and, you know, you guys talk about how this team's closer than any other team. That there really is a true camaraderie. Can you talk about what makes that camaraderie? Because I can't be on every team, but it seems like the Niners this year had adversity, injuries, all this stuff. But you guys were tight.
Yeah, it's powerful. Christian McCaffrey is one of the biggest pieces to that puzzle, obviously. And so when he talks and, like, how he operates, it's just phenomenal. That was my first year with him. Obviously, I left San Fran my first tenure, and being with him was just amazing to learn. And he just creates that connection between everybody because, like, he's the main piece, you know what I'm saying? So it flows off of him. So you got to know how he thinks, how he moves, and it just helps us all. So we're just very connected, man. And Kyle and John know how to put the right pieces together, glue guys. And I think that was powerful this year with the adversity that we had to deal with. So we just all together, man, and it's a process every single every game, every day.
Noticeable camaraderie, a lot of conspiracy when you talk about diversity. I want to know what your thoughts are on that electrical substation.
SR on YouTube. And are you ready to tackle your financial goals? Webull makes it simple to start investing. Powerful tools, real-time data, all in one app. Get started at Webull.com or download the Webull app today.
Webull Financial LLC, member SIPC FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Webull.com/disclosures.
You can throw your voice like that?
Wow. I mean, that's pretty good at that, right? And facing a peak season, looking for a new team member, Workforce Solutions from Express Employment Professionals make hiring easier. Visit expresspros.com, find an office, and see how Express can help you hire smarter and faster.
Do it again. Do it again.
And no, just one time, one and done. And have you ever wiped with a piece of dry toilet paper and thought, is this how Rich Davis lives?
Switch to life-changing wet, extra-large, flushable Dude wipes because wetter just cleans better. Available at Amazon and all major retailers nationwide. Dude wipes, best clean, pants down.
Now, if you just joined us, You
2
missed
minutes.
Gary V of VaynerMedia, Vayner Sports, Gary Vaynerchuk, Dalton Schultz of the Texans. We talked about him playing tight end. We talk about life. Ron Rivera and Tiffany Blackman of their new podcast, No Headsets. Check that out. And Cooper DeJean and Reed Blankenship with Bounty. Thanks to Bounty. And, of course, props to their Eagles. And before the show, Rich.
Yes, sir.
One of the most awkward moments of my day, because I actually get real nervous about it, is seeing Sean Merriman. He's like a staple at these sort of events.
Yeah.
And lights out, Sean Merriman's here. And we've had a history of awkward handshakes. That's the truth. Awkward, really awkward
It's
handshakes.
a thing. It's
so
a thing.
now there's like pressure, and people start to watch to see if we have an awkward handshake.
And it gets recorded every year.
And Rich recorded it, and I was nervous to do it, and we hit it with the pop, dude. We hit it with the pop. We got the pop, the clap in there.
But it was too staged though, Cove. It was like you guys knew you were. It wasn't.
Well, when you mess up and it's awkward, you gotta make eye contact to know what's happening. You could witness it and see it on our Instagram story, Covino and Rich on Instagram, Covino and Rich Instagram story. Sean Merriman, just a great dude. Always fun to see at these events.
Like rock, paper, scissors.
But honestly, dude, it makes me so nervous. Like,
I love it. I love it. Now tomorrow, hey man, if all goes well, we're gonna be queuing up ABBA on the show.
Is that our only tease?
Oh,
I referenced it with Riverboat Ron, who might be stopping by tomorrow. Who might be stopping by tomorrow. But you never know who joins us on the show.
Danny, maybe you meet him and you give him the Raider blessing and it's all good from here or what?
Let's go.
Fernando. So tomorrow, a very special Covino and Rich live from San Francisco Media Center. We will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.
Have a good night.
Later, guys.